Right now at noon, we're on demolition watch for Portland's Centennial Mills building. What we do and don't know about when the historic mill will come down. Plus,
we debate, we disagree, we protest. We do not commit murder.
A major development in the case against Luigi Mangione, the man accused of stalking and killing the United Healthcare CEO in New York City. And later, former U.S. Labor Secretary and Oregon Congresswoman Lori Chavez DeRemer has a new job, the controversial industries she's plugging into.
And we're live here in Hillsborough, where our partners at On Point Community Credit Union just made a major donation to ensure thousands of students in the area have the school supplies they need once the school year starts. We'll have more in just a few minutes.
And we begin the news at noon with a live look at part of the Centennial Mills building in Northwest Portland as we're on demolition watch for the historic flour mill, gutted in a 4-alarm fire earlier this month, and the city says at imminent risk of collapse. The contractors the city hired to bring the building down arrived on site Thursday, and we're told neighboring apartment buildings were notified demolition could begin today, but there's been few specifics on the timing of the operation. Of course, we have a camera pointed at the building just in case it comes down before crews get a crack at it. Meanwhile, we have a crew of our own in the area to keep an eye on things. And as soon as we learn more about a timeline, we will certainly let you know. A deadly motorcycle crash on I-5 north in Clark County overnight led to an hours-long backup this morning near the East Fork Lewis River Bridge. Washington State Patrol says the motorcycle car collision happened around 3:30 this morning, and the person on the motorcycle died at the scene. The closure had I-5 backed up miles to Ridgefield, but reopened just after 8 o'clock this morning. And within the past hour, we've learned a scheduled hearing related to Portland's ice facility has been postponed. At issue, land use violations against the property owner, Stuart Lindquist, whose violations were upheld following appeal. But Lindquist argues the city's hearings officer was biased against him, and he wants the circuit court to review the case again. No word yet on when the hearing will be rescheduled. Let's get a check now on the weather, and it is a Friday, Rod Hill.
Yeah.
Got a cloudy start.
Did you hear anything this morning, Tim? Thunder?
I did not.
No, okay. It started in the 3 o'clock hours, pretty much just an individual 1 or 2 thunderstorms around Forest Grove. They went up through St. Helens, pardon me. Hello, you good folks up in St. Helens. Heavy rain there. And then it went all the way up into the Woodland area where they had lightning. And this is still holding together up around Rainier. It's the only rain we have in the area. Now, we are expecting more scattered storms, mainly eastern Oregon this afternoon. Red flag warning in red for potential lightning sparking new fires. The green is concern of rapid runoff of heavy downpours over fire scar burn areas in Baker County. So we're watching that. There are still some air quality advisories out. Here in Portland, our air quality is a mix of good and moderate. Yesterday, when all the smoke came in, we went moderate. So we're actually in better shape at this hour. With that said, still really hazy up around Mount Hood. Here's a look at our summit camera, 63 degrees. That is wildfire smoke from the Grasshopper fire burning just off to the east. You pop out into Washington County, it's hazy, but the morning cloud cover is gone and sunshine is being reported. Cloud cover still over the West Hills in downtown Portland from the Providence Park camera, but sun is coming. So with increasing hazy sunshine this afternoon, we'll stay dry and we'll get at least up into the 80s. We'll have your weekend forecast. We'll also take a closer look at the map showing the Grasshopper fire. That's all coming up, Tim.
Okay, thanks, Rod. We'll see you soon. Vancouver police rescued some dogs locked in a hot car, but the case turned out to be much more involved once officers got in. This is video of the rescue from the Vancouver Police Department. They say the car was along the Vancouver waterfront with temperatures that day expected to reach about 86 degrees. When officers got there, the dogs, they were having trouble breathing. A woman showed up to the scene and claimed the dogs were hers. She was arrested for animal cruelty. Police then found guns, ammunition, 5 pounds of meth, and more than 200 grams of fentanyl inside that vehicle. And the first sign of movement since Portland City Council passed a term sheet proposal this week over Moda Center renovations. The Blazers are set to meet with city reps on Monday. That's according to OPB. Wednesday's 8-4 vote approving the offer was the culmination of months of city talks, some public, some behind closed doors. Now months of negotiations with the Blazers are expected to come to a head for a final vote on a deal in December. Well, here's a quick snapshot of what's in that framework. First, a 20-year lease that starts after renovations are done, with the team on the hook for cost overruns. The city is also asking the Blazers to pay around $3 million a year in rent, plus another $3 million annually in lieu of property taxes. Portland has also committed $275 million in payments over a 20-year span to pay for post-renovation projects. Again, much of this is expected to change during negotiations, so we will certainly keep you posted. Well, in a break from all the off-court talk about Moda Center, the NBA schedule is out, and the Blazers revealed their games one bucket at a time. Check this out. Damian Lillard rolling out the opponents and dates by knocking down 29 threes in a row. He just keeps going. I could watch this all day. The season opener is set for October 21st at home against the Suns. It's expected to be Lillard's first game since tearing his Achilles with the Bucks. The Blazers weren't given any favors, though, to open the season, that's for sure. Playing 6 of their first 8 games on the road, then hosting Wemby and the Spurs, followed by back-to-back games against OKC. The defending champion New York Knicks are here on January 4th. LeBron and the 76ers visit Portland on March 26th next year. All right, the KGW School Supply Drive is going on right now, and when we say now, we mean it. There's a collection event going on at On Point Community Credit Union's Reed's Crossing location out in Hillsborough. And that's where we find our Mo Hyder live for us at noon. Mo, I understand we're making some really good progress on our goal to get 15,000 students to help them this school year.
Oh, yeah, that is right. So we're about a third of the way there to help about 15,000 students in the area. And to help us reach that goal and to make things possible is Tim Clevenger here, who's the Chief Marketing Officer for our partners at On Point Community Credit Union. Tim, there was a major donation you all just made, about $20,000. Talk about how gratifying that is to do that.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. Every year I look forward to this, and so that opportunity to match what our members in the community are donating and to see that match happen so fast, it was very exciting.
And done this before, almost 2 decades at this point. Why does On Point Community Credit Union just keep continuing with this?
Well, we were started by 16 school teachers in Cleveland High School, 1932, and we continue to honor that vision, their inspiration, and we recognize that students need supplies to learn, and this is an opportunity to bring everybody together to help make that happen.
And talk about the impact this can have on students when they get that donation, whether it's one student or even a dozen. How far can this go?
Well, right now we're hoping to blow more than 15,000 students, blow that number out of the water, and help those students both with the finances to help buy those supplies, but make sure, because right now about half of Oregonian students start school without the supplies they need. We want to make sure that none of those students start school without those supplies.
Yeah, talk about the generosity and outpouring of support you've seen from the community.
Oh, it's been amazing. So our branches all the way at Central Oregon, Washington, here in Portland, down in Eugene, seeing everybody just bring supplies, load up the boxes, bring them in, make those donations. It's really rewarding. It's part of being a community credit union and seeing the community come together to make a difference. It's really exciting.
Well, Tim, thank you so much for joining us, and we certainly do appreciate the efforts and how much of an impact this can have on education. And Tim, we'll send it back to you in studio.
Mo, thanks very much, and thanks to On Point today for sure. That's great to see.